Now, looking ahead to 2022, I think the big conversation is going to be about the future of work. Having listened closely to big bosses, to strategists and to market watchers, I think we're on the cusp of a new industrial revolution, one that is going to completely shake up the way we function in the workplace and the way that business leaders lead. Now, throughout the pandemic, we've had this forced experiment, haven't we? Working from home, remote working, maybe a combination of all of that. There are pros and cons. It doesn't work for all sectors. It doesn't work for all kinds of businesses. It doesn't work for all people. But what we have seen is a big change, not just in the way that companies operate, but in the demands that employers have. On the other hand, it's not all new. The technology we're using, like Zoom for virtual meetings, that's been around for a decade. We live in a 24-hour society, and the concept of flexible working is very much already part of the culture in places like Finland and much of Scandinavia, where employees have the right to start their working day later, end it later, so long as they get their work done. But what the pandemic experience has done has shifted thinking. Already we've seen many companies, many governments, many organisations reimagining their futures to be greener and to be cleaner. So now I anticipate they're going to rip up the rule book. That 9 to 5 that we're so used to is probably going to become the exception rather than the norm, as countries look at ways, as the economies reopen, looking at ways to retain the staff that they got. So perhaps 2022 is going to be the year when things are done differently.